Yeah?
Hey, Earl.
Mark! It's about goddamn time that you called. Your mother's worried sick, you know that? I thought we agreed that you'd call at least once a week.
I'm sorry, but you might have noticed there's an invasion going on and...
Yeah, and you guys turned and tail and ran, and that's what we get with a bunch of spoiled brats defending our country.
We didn't have any choice. You know how many men we lost?
In my day, wouldn't have let those commie bastards come ashore in the first place. We would have fought them to the last man, with bayonets if we had to.
Yeah? I don't remember you winning any wars.
We won the battles, son. And if your father were alive, he'd cry to see what you've become. First, that business in Europe, and now you can't even hold your ground when the commies are in your own damn backyard. You goddamn sissy. Mark. Yeah, I'll tell your mother you called.
Earl! Damn it.
By blowing the highway bridge, we actually managed to slow the Russians down. For a while. The colonel led us south and we met little resistance along the way, but Bannon and Charlie Company kept lagging behind. Bannon blamed the mud, but I think he was secretly hoping to get away from the colonel. Eventually, we reached a small town called Pine Valley. It was decided that we would make a stand there and wait for reinforcements, but first, we had to retake the town from the airborne forces that had gotten there ahead of us. Most of the men hadn't slept for 2 or 3 days, and the colonel only allowed a few hours of rest. But I never heard a complaint. Everybody knew what was at stake and what we were fighting for.
Whiskey 5, come in. I can't get reception. Keep trying and tell me as soon as you get through.
Damn it, Fido, get over here before he craps all over you. You get it? Colonel Sawyer, sir.
Captain Bannon, Captain Webb, Lieutenant Parker, let's get started. This is the town of Pine Valley.
Sir, I just talked to Colonel Wilkins. He's been delayed and his battalion won't be here until... Sniper!
Return fire and get a medic over here! Now listen up. We're here. Ivan is coming from this direction, and we've been ordered to take and hold the town until Colonel Wilkins arrives with reinforcements.
Yeah, it's about time we showed those commie bastards.
Bannon! There is a supermarket here, and I need you to secure it. Now, Webb and Alpha Company will support you. And make sure you get it right this time. Are we clear?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Parker, I need you to take this gas station ASAP. Please take care of that sniper. Get to it! Where the hell is that medic? You have your orders, Parker. Secure that gas station and dig in. And
Okay,
Parker,
we have some fleeing
Private
civilians
Garrett
here.
didn't make it. Make sure you get that sniper.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to World in Conflict. Mission 5, Battle for Pine Valley. Let's call in some troops and start liberating America. Or, I guess, liberating this town so we can then fortify it.
Crap! There they are! Gunner! Right tank! Fire!
Now, as soon as we land, they're going to start sniping our infantry. Get in there. Get in the transports quickly. Okay, so you can see there's the enemy sniper up here. Like this is a battlefield map. And if he sees any infantry peep their heads out, he's going to murder them.
I have no more support to give you, Bannon. Push harder. Eagle 6 out.
So we'll just finish off these infantry, and then we'll come over here and
they'll use their helicopters to fly in reinforcements if you need them. Call them on the fire support channel.
shoot missiles at this tower. Somehow I doubt
tanks they can bring in, but they only have 5 of those babies at the depot, and then you'll have to make do with what you've got. Understood?
Yep, thank you, Colonel Sawyer. I don't think this tower would even survive this number of high explosive autocannon rounds from a Bradley. But what do I know? I don't think a giant freestanding brick structure is that resistant to gunfire. So yeah, the challenge of this mission is going to be that most of our best units are limited our limited number call-ins. So if we lose them, we can't get them back. While we're sniping this, you'll see one interesting thing here is the Russians have already put up propaganda. USSR is your friend. Hand in weapons at the checkpoint near City Hall. I guess when they drop these paratroopers, they drop them with spray paint and posters.
Carry on.
Okay, so we're gonna advance here. Now the key thing here is being careful, not losing any of our troops. Now there's no time limit on this portion, so we can take our time with it. We just need to be careful.
Radio off these entering building. They're firing at us. Loser! That
Okay.
rocket misses, we're toast, so let's hope it doesn't. Go!
What now, sir? Going to push it, sir. We need your contact.
We gotta situate infantry in combat.
Unfortunately, your infantry anti-tank squads can't shoot their rocket launchers or their what are those, AT-4s? Oh, those aren't AT-4s. These are like Carl Gustavs.
Squad here, what do you want?
Those are like recoilless rifles.
We're busy here.
Unfortunately, they cannot shoot those at other infantry, which I think is a shame. I'm assuming that's more for balance reasons than any sort of realism, because yeah, I mean, Carl Gustav shoot
Kinda busy here.
you can put high explosives in a Carl Gustav.
Entry now.
Roger that. Empire's inbound with
I think those are Carl Gustavs. The Russian AT troops obviously have like RPG-7s, but
AT squad here, what do you want?
let's see, what do they look like? Those look like either Carl Gustavs or Smalls. Maybe they're Smalls. Oh no. Oopsies. Okay, leave my poor repair tank alone. So yeah, since there's no real time limit here, nothing wrong with us just farming a little bit of XP for our units. They'll come in handy later as we advance slowly. I think this little group of trees is too small to get a cover bonus from, unfortunately.
AT squad moving towards their armor.
Uh-oh. Okay, once we destroy this little Burger King, gas station, truck stop area, then we should be okay to advance. It's just infantry are basically invulnerable while they're in buildings in this game. You have to destroy the building that they're in. And so, you know, there's no real easy way to root them out other than just destroying the vehicles. Okay. Okay, that house is dead. Okay, so that building's gone. Which means I think we can sneak our troops into that little, I think it's a TV station? What is that? Oh, it's the police department. Well, you didn't do a very good job, police department. There's communists about. So we'll clear that out. And call in our last Sheridan as soon as it's available. I think we should be getting 5. And if I really play my cards right,
The air cav say they only have one
we'll
tank
also
left in
end the
depot.
mission with 5,
Make sure you
but
put it to good use. That was the last of the Sheridan
promises.
tanks, Parker. The air cab is needed elsewhere, so you can't call on them any longer. From now on, we're on our own.
Sheridan ready for orders. Armor is combat ready.
Well done, Parker. We expect Ivan to counterattack towards you any minute now. Make sure you fortify your position.
Yep. We're fortified, Colonel Sawyer. No one could possibly be more fortified than us.
We just delivered a tank for you. Empire out. Armor is ready to go. Spinning those tracks.
Uh-oh, no, you stay here. You stay here.
Moving as ordered. Awaiting command.
So, everybody just spam spam missiles at the medium tank because okay, oh my god. No, Sheridan, get back here.
Hurry up. Mechanics are on the way. Enemy down. We're awaiting your orders. Your orders down. All right.
Okay.
Parker, hold your ground. We'll continue the attack as soon as Bannon's company is broken through.
We have to wait on Bannon. That doesn't bode well.
The supermarket has been secured.
Yes, sir.
Roger that, Bannon. Continue the attack along the western flank. Webb's company is still in support.
What a nice little town here.
Armor transport.
Parker, I want you to clear and secure 3 strong points near the town center. We're pushing the enemy back. Eagle 6 out.
Okay, so now there's a slight time limit on what we have to do here. We only have, I think, 10 minutes to do this, but that's not too outlandish.
Damn it. We have to clear the town before they get here, or we'll be caught in the vice. Get to it, Parker. Use all available means to destroy those strong points. And make sure you kill all mobile defenders before you take on any fortifications, Parker. Otherwise, you'll have a hard time destroying them.
Enemy defeated, sir.
AT squad here. What do you want?
Engaging hostiles.
Okay, so we'll keep advancing. Again, we can call in these demolition engineers, but their main advantage is they can blow up buildings.
Hurry up, reach
And the AI is not very good about using buildings, so it's actually to our advantage to leave all the buildings up, because the enemy very rarely will garrison them. Or at least, sometimes, you know, some of these buildings have units in them right now, but that's only because they started in the buildings. They typically won't dynamically put their units in buildings. Okay, so unfortunately we don't have enough resources to call in anything, but that's not a big problem. Having a couple extra resources around makes it easier to
Negative. We're unable. Enemy target reaching the building.
makes it easier to reinforce our infantry if they take any damage.
Reaching the building.
Okay.
What now, sir?
We're ready with the head. Go.
Securing building.
Okay, so we'll blow up this anti-air vehicle, whatever this is. Okay. Okay, so we put our troops in the building. They're gonna kill most of this stuff. And anything that's left. Uh-oh. Get out, man. Get into a new building, quickly. Uh-oh. So we need to back up here,
Point remaining, Parker.
because unfortunately,
I want to sit rep.
they're about to kill my poor light tanks.
They're ambushing my tanks with RPGs.
Hold where you are, Bannon. Webb will take over the attack. You copy that, Webb?
Copy, sir. We're moving
Okay,
into the
so that's the
attack
second
now.
checkpoint down. We got 5 minutes left, which should be plenty of time. And again, the last checkpoint we're going to also primarily clear with infantry. So we'll sneak our infantry down this little side street.
Let's arc.
Recovery commencing repairs. Mechanics are on the way.
Come on, guys. Okay. Come on. Give me some space. Give me some space. Okay, we'll get them in there. We'll get them in there. And then together, they should be able to, these infantry should be able to clear out these locations basically by themselves.
We're ready with the heavy weapons.
They're going to do more damage to them than any of our tanks could.
On the double. Hooah. Engaging hostile.
Okay, so that's the checkpoint's done. We'll get our infantry back here and put them in their transports.
Roger that, Webb. Excellent job, everyone. Ivan is withdrawing to the south. Keep the pressure up and the town will be ours before lunch. You move fast, Parker. I'm detailing an M1 tank to you. Put it to good use.
Alright, so now we have an M1.
Remaining enemy units are using artillery to shield themselves near the TV station. I want you to flank around through the woods on the hill, approach the station from the back, and kill every Russian you encounter. Bannon and Webb will advance along the beach.
We'll just call it in there.
Move through the clearing near the forest, Parker. Stay away from the beach. Your objective is the TV station. And see if you can get their artillery observer as well. Eagle 6 out.
Okay. So we've got everybody in the TV station. We got everybody in Bradley's. And now we have an M1. Which is obviously going to be very helpful.
Eagle 6 to Bannon. How's your advance going?
We're bogged down by Soviet infantry, over.
What's your problem, Bannon? You were eager enough in Europe.
This is Webb. Request permission to bypass Bannon's company and move against the TV station.
That's a negative, Webb. I want you to support Bannon instead. Parker will handle the TV station.
Okay, so we'll just pause here for a second to heal everybody up. Just make sure we have our heavy tank up front. And we have everybody else to act as like a missile barrage team if any enemy heavy armor shows itself. Yeah, the heavy tanks are like exponentially more difficult to kill than the light tanks. Obviously in multiplayer, against anybody with any sort of wherewithal, there's no way you could keep these units alive in a mission like this. Because, you know, all it takes is like 3 or 4 missiles to kill one of your light tanks. But fortunately, the AI doesn't seem to be smart enough to like chain fire missiles at a single vehicle in order to kill it. Okay, so there's an enemy. Okay. So we'll get our troops in these woods. We'll chip away at these guys. And let's see here.
AT squad moving to the destination.
Armor is combat ready. Negative. Bradley infantry transport ready. Yes, sir. Can't do that, sir. We are ready to rumble, sir.
Look at it. Why won't you repair it?
Armor is combat ready.
Why aren't you repairing it?
Can't do that, sir. Moving is
Why can't he do that, sir? Is it because it's stuck on a... Oh, it's because it's stuck on a power station. Come on, you can do it. Jeez, the pathing on this game sometimes. Okay, so we're going to try and sneak our guys into there, which is going to make things much easier. And then we'll blow up this house, which is like a strong point. And then once that's gone... Okay, you guys stay back. Let the Abrams take the hits. That's what it's there for. And then maybe I can sneak across to this building.
Go, go, go! Entering building.
I guess we'll find out. And then maybe I can sneak across to that building. Okay, they killed one of my guys.
We're in a tight spot.
Okay, I think it's probably time to just cruise in here.
Enemy target destroyed, sir. AIA. Sir, moving out. Ready.
Okay, let's reinforce them. And then everybody else move forward to here. Heal that. We actually, crap.
Station has been secured and only a few Soviet stragglers remain. Commander's briefing at the town square at 1300 hours. We don't have much
I didn't
time.
actually want to
Eagle
trigger the
6
next
out.
stage yet until I had min-maxy repaired all of my vehicles, but what you gonna do?
All right, people. Wilkins' battalion is on the way, but Ivan is moving fast down the Seattle freeway. We expect him to attack us within the hour.
What if Colonel Wilkins doesn't make it?
Can it, Captain? I want your tanks to bolster the defenses of the gas station.
But sir, my tracks are pretty beat.
Bannon, you come with me. Look, Captain, I don't care if your tracks are shredded. We're gonna need every available unit. Now, can I count on you or not?
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Good, get out of my face. Webb, you set up positions to the south. And Parker, you dig in around the supermarket. You are in reserve, so be prepared to move if needed. We have to hold until Colonel Wilkins arrives. Dismissed. Parker, you have the supermarket. The entire northern flank depends on you. Hold the supermarket until relieved. Eagle 6 out.
It's just great how much Bannon, how much Captain Sawyer hates Bannon. So we're gonna get another repair truck.
Moving into the transport. Fit for fight, sir. Moving out. We're rolling
You
the
guys
transport.
get into that,
Boarding in. Embarking, sir.
and then we'll get ready to go here.
Everyone's aboard.
Okay, everybody's in a transport.
Yes, sir. Armor available. Bradley armor ready. Here,
Oopsies.
Armor is combat ready.
Whatever. All right, let's roll.
Repair vehicles drive. Move. Rolling. We are ready to rumble. Moving is ordered. Fast tracks
Okay,
ready
so we'll
to
put
roll.
them here.
Armor ready.
We'll put the entire other light tank squad here.
Ready to rumble, sir.
And then we'll put the 2 Bradleys there. And then we'll put
Available. Moving as ordered.
a transport vehicle at each spot.
Bannon here.
Or we won't, because I guess we're stuck.
Coming from the northeast. I don't know how long
Come on.
we can hold.
Roger that, Bannon. Eagle 6 to Webb. I need you to reinforce Bannon's position.
Hey,
Copy. I'm sending second platoon. Out.
They're firing at us.
Okay, everybody get in.
We just got access to some fire support assets. Call on them when needed.
Commencing repairs.
Okay, so the main thing we need here is napalm. Because napalm were very heavily cut down the number of enemy troops that can come through these woods and screw with us. Okay, uh-oh. What is going on here with this pathing? Get over here. Heal thyself.
Bannon, we're taking a beating here. My tracks are heavily damaged, and we just lost our recovery
Oh my god.
vehicle.
Get
Copy that, Bannon. I'll see what I can do.
get over there.
Come in, Parker.
Uh
Spare Humvee. I want you to send it over to Bannon.
Okay,
at the
so we
gas
don't have a
station
spare
ASAP.
Humvee, but we have a spare supply vehicle. So we'll go help out Bannon. Because we're a real pal. Unlike Bannon. And we're gonna help out. So again, yeah, the napalm doesn't do that much to kill enemy units, but it does delay them. And because of the way reinforcements work in this game, sometimes delaying a unit is just as good as killing it. Because, you know, if it dies, they get the reinforcements to get a new one. But they don't get those reinforcements if it's just delayed, right? Obviously, so we're just gonna keep on dropping napalm because it's cool. So we'll just keep on dropping napalm.
Stay clear of target area. Heavy engineers
So you can see here, we're over here. Repairing Bannon's tank, again, because we're a pal.
Not a minute too soon, Parker. Your slowness almost cost me another tank.
Okay, that's... Okay, you know what, Bannon?
Parker, I'm detailing an M1 to you. Make good use of it. Eagle 6 out. Parker, Ivan is calling in artillery on your position. Pull back before he zeroes in. I repeat, pull back.
So we're gonna just run away here.
That artillery is closing in.
Oh, I guess we should. Oh, guys, get in the Humvees.
Incoming fire. That's everyone. Move it.
Okay, uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that was a little bit of a screw up there.
Eagle 6, this is Webb. The Soviets are making a determined attack against my position.
That's what I get for,
Casualties. Moving to alternate defense positions now.
that's what I get for
that.
trying to,
I need you
send
to
the
reinforce
Bradleys
southeast
back.
approach.
Okay, so let's take a minute to see where we are. Okay, fortunately, we only lost one unit that we can't get back. So we're going to call in some reinforcements. We'll go over here. We'll meet up with our M1.
Armor ready. Abrams warmed up, sir. Armor is combat ready.
So we got our M1 here.
Leaving. Roll. Armor ready. Yes, sir.
Okay.
We are ready to rumble.
So we'll lead our advance here with our M1s
Departing.
while we call in more reinforcements.
Repair vehicle available. Rolling.
Okay.
Fix him up right now. Rolling, sir. Departing. Armor is combat.
And then we'll grab another unit of AT infantry once we can get another shipment.
Heavy tracks are moving. Yes, sir. Armor available. Moving out. Go
Okay, so let's just get a good line of sight here.
go. We are ready to rumble, sir.
For whatever reason, these guys aren't shooting. There we go. Okay.
Sheridan is moving out quickly.
Now, they are going to have all sorts of
Infantry neutralized.
stuff here. So let's just nip that in the bud.
Ready for duty. We're moving.
What now, sir?
AT squad ready. Squad reinforcements on the way.
Ready to go. We are ready
And
to
we'll just let
roll field repair armor here, sir.
let our M1s, you know, get some experience
Armor is combat ready. Keep it
murdering some Soviet tanks.
repair vehicle now.
Yes, sir. Anti-tank unit moving out. sir.
Now, again, we don't, even after we get all these points, we won't have enough for another squad of infantry.
Where do you want this
And yeah, while I
going,
could
Parker?
call in something lame like a Humvee, I'm just gonna wait because again,
Heavy infantry good to go.
it lets me instantly reinforce my
Two coordinates.
infantry when they get hurt instead of having to wait for the points to come back. Okay, so what's that? Machine gun fortifications. So probably we'll just do a tank buster there.
Reporting
And
in.
we want to get
Moving to yes, yes. Move.
our AT troops into those hills. Okay, so alright, let's roll.
Infantry good to go. Marching
Get
on
these
the
infantry in these woods.
Hold position until further notice, Parker. We're expecting Ivan to attack along the entire perimeter. There might be some help coming, though. The USS Missouri has set course for Pine Valley Bay. We may have her heavy guns here before the day is over.
Okay, so we have to defend this area. Again, we don't want our light tanks to be the thing taking the hits here. We want that to be our heavy tanks. And we also want to just use as much napalm as humanly possible. Okay, oh no, my recovery vehicle. As much napalm as humanly possible just to slow this shit down.
We took out the target.
Okay, so
Parker,
position.
Now, you can destroy these mortars
Parker, but your main objective
with
is to hold that road. Understood?
other things, but I feel like the most efficient way to kill the mortars is to just drop bombs on them instead of trying to like sneak out and do anything fancy. So we're gonna just do that.
Incoming fire, Lieutenant Parker.
Do 2 of
Check out
those.
those enemy mortars ASAP.
Again, the heavy tanks are so much better.
There can't be many left.
So much better than the light tanks for taking damage. They're just so much more durable. Now, they have mortars here too. Again, we're going to call in more. We'll call in an airstrike there. That might be enough to kill them. If not, I guess we'll see how that goes. But unfortunately, in my excess, now we don't have any napalm. So that needs to be rectified. Okay, so that airstrike killed those mortars. The napalm's gonna come, which is going to slow down this attack. And that should be enough to kind of blunt this assault a little bit. We'll call in more napalm. And maybe some heavy artillery there. Now, as you can see, if we didn't rescue Bannon and get these 2, if we didn't complete those 2 optional objectives and get these 2 M1s, this would be not literally impossible, but it would be incredibly difficult to do without heavy tanks to cover us.
Charlie 6. God damn it. This is Eagle 6 to all units. Pull back to the town square. I repeat, pull back to the town square. We have to tighten our defense.
Okay, so now we need to pull back to the town square.
They'll slaughter us. We have to get out of here.
But we have a secondary objective, which we really need to do if we want to get the medal. And I mean, what's the point of playing video games if you don't get achievements? As Bannon shoots this one, although this is all going to be for naught because this one AT trooper cannot get into this Bradley. Okay, there we go. We'll drop more smoke. Alright, so let's get some heavy tanks in some ideal positions. We'll get one there. We'll get one there.
Parker, I just got a call from our mortar detachment. They're under attack near the research facility. Aid them if possible.
Okay, so we have to protect these mortars. So we'll just put these guys in this building and hopefully that's enough.
Well done, Parker. I'm giving you command of the mortars. Provide what support you can. Eagle 6 out.
Oh, that was it? That was all? The mortars are saved? Okay. Cool, whatever. So yeah, napalm. So napalm, napalm, napalm. And again, this is all just, this is all just to, slow them down. Okay, so fortunately, oopsies. So yeah, we're just gonna have these guys shoot at stuff. There's only so much we can do. Okay, 1 second, there's a siren going on. Excuse me for that.
This is Eagle 6. They're coming from all directions. Check your ammo and mark your targets.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so those guys ran to that side, those guys ran to the other side.
If we lose this town, we lose the entire coast.
Okay, let's just drop more napalm. We'll drop some airstrikes.
At all costs.
We really could use we really could use these AT infantry, but
Fight them off.
they're all over the place. Okay, well we'll see if we can sneak back to the town square. Our Sheridans are just here to attack anyone who sneaks past all of our troops. Even in all this, he hates Bannon.
Yes, sir. Artillery is firing grenades at the target zone. Executing orders, sir.
So we'll just call an airstrike there. Okay. You guys go in the house. You guys, I guess, go in here. Okay, maybe I should be repairing Bannon's tanks. But yeah, more napalm. Just down all the streets again, because in the end, slowing them down is about as useful as killing them. With the way this game works, if you can prevent the enemy from effectively using his units, then it's basically the same thing as destroying them. Okay, we'll just wait for more napalm. Just continue to napalm all the streets. Napalm that. Napalm that. I guess napalm. Oop.
Well, if they make a determined attack, we won't be able to hold out for long. How far out are you?
Only a few miles, but we're having trouble with Soviet scout units.
Well, don't be too long, or we won't be here when you arrive. This is Eagle 6. They're coming from all directions. Check your ammo and mark your targets.
So we're gonna just keep on dropping napalm. And just keep as many units alive as we can. So they'll just keep on shooting and keeping up the good fight. Maybe an airstrike here. Yeah, just keeping as many units alive as we can. Maybe I'll repair this AT fortification. Alright, we'll drop a tank buster down there. More napalm. So this is obviously so so chaotic. It's very even difficult to tell what's going on. I really don't even have time to properly control my my mortars, but we're doing what we can, you know?
USS Missouri requesting contact with U.S. forces in Pine Valley. I repeat, this is USS Missouri requesting contact with U.S. forces in Pine Valley. We need target coordinates if we are to provide accurate fire support. I repeat, we need target coordinates to provide accurate fire support.
This is Eagle 6 in Pine Valley, and are we glad to see you, Missouri? We need fire support at Foxtrot 6 and Echo 5. Over.
Roger that, Eagle 6.
Fire for effect, Missouri. Eagle 6, out.
friendly units. This is Colonel Wilkins of the Oregon National Guard. We're coming into Pine Valley from the south. Please identify your targets before firing. Over.
Damn you for being late, Wilkins. And bless you for coming. We were about to throw rocks at them.
I bet you were, Sawyer.
Parker, you just became our forward observer. I want you to organize fire support from the Missouri while I rally the battalion.
All right.
Those are the biggest guns in the fleet you have at your disposal, Parker. 9 16-inch cannons. They should be enough to break Ivan's back. Just make sure you give them the right coordinates.
Doesn't that just put a, I don't know about you, but the first time I played this, it just kind of put a little bit of a chill down my spine. The Missouri, that cutscene, and you see the kind of Missouri cruising in, start blasting away. You can actually see it out there on the map, firing its cannons. And it has a very short refresh time and a very quick incoming time, so you don't really have to lead your targets that much. You just, as long as they're even still for a second, you can take them out with the cannons. Now, to me, it seems like it's still a little too close to be using the 16-inch guns. I feel like at this range, you might as well just shoot at them with your with the 5-inchers, but that wouldn't be quite as dramatic. Okay, so some of our units might die, but it's actually more efficient for us to focus on the fire support. The Missouri, anybody doesn't know, is one of the 4 Iowa-class battleships, and Ronald Reagan recommissioned them during the later stages of the Cold War, because the Russians, or the Soviet Union, had commissioned the Kirov-class battlecruisers, which are these big nuclear, or not nuclear, but big guided missile cruisers, and they looked very scary, and so Ronald Reagan's like, we need to have big ships too, so they recommissioned some of the battleships. If anyone's ever in LA, I very much suggest the USS Iowa, which is in dock in LA Harbor, because it's real cool to visit. All right.
Battalion elements, cease fire. I repeat, cease fire. The cavalry has arrived and Ivan is retreating. The town is ours. Eagle 6 out.
Whew. Well, that was quite dramatic. Well, anyway, that was Mission 5, Battle for Pine Valley. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.